Man, if I haven't told you that something is a must pull ever, today might be the day. Huge update today, September 10th, and I'm gonna go through it as quick as possible without the fluff. First off, we got free 10 summons just for this update. I like that, especially when we have 2 new heroes coming into the game. 2 new dark units, 1 SSR unit Plume, who's a support unit, yeah, okay. And we have a new SR unit, Hizuki Mari, who is a control unit. I'll get to those 2 new units shortly. Should you pull on them? I would say yeah. We have a new Grim Pursuit dungeon, and that is Carrion Crow's Chloros. And let me tell you the requirements to this. You either need to speed clear it or good luck. I'll do a different video on this dungeon later. But with this new Grim Pursuit dungeon, we have 4 new mythic shells. Reaper Steps is a shell that whenever your unit resists debuffs, you get 20% turn meter. This can also trigger while you're crowd controlled. You'll want to have high resist, or if you resist all debuffs. I haven't been able to test it because I don't have it yet. However, I feel like this might be good on Lilium or Immunity. More to come there. Ouroboros, whenever your HP is higher than 70%, you will get a stack that increases your damage by 6% and your speed by 6%. It stacks up to 7 times, meaning your damage can go up to 42% and your speed can go up 42. This will be better on a bruiser type of comp. Sword 7, whenever your Animus takes an action and attacks someone that is crowd controlled, you will deal 50% more damage. Now you could put this on heroes like Kaz or Obel or Mio or whatever because they are crowd controlling. However, I feel like this shell is better for PvP when you follow up after those heroes. If you're using Obel to stun everybody and then Messiah comes in after, or Yelly or whatever, and does AoE damage, dealing 50% more damage, you see how that can blow up things. And then there's Tiger Yin. Whenever your Animus takes an action, it selects the lowest HP enemy, dealing damage and increasing the amount of damage it takes by 50% during that turn. It prioritizes bosses, so I do feel like this is more of a PvE shell, mainly for speed clears. So 4 new shells, good to have more options in the game. More Anasic Echo stages have been added. Requirements to those probably crazy. Now, like I expected, this module essence shop, the original one where we couldn't get any of them. In the hyperlink shop, there's now a new essence shop, which you can get free modules or spend crystals on 300 module essence. Currently, this is still a whale shop because free to play, you're going to be saving up a ton to try to get one thing, or whales can just spend a whole ton and get a whole bunch of module essence and buy some of the modules that might be good, or just go to the random shop and just buy these, which these are unlimited. So whales can farm one dungeon all day and then whale out to farm other modules of a different dungeon. We're also getting a new event tomorrow, September 11th. From that event, you're going to get module essence, some shadow print, and an actual lattice dupe of Plume. Much more apparently. We'll find out tomorrow. But now let's talk about the 2 new heroes that have been added to the game. Let's talk about this new SSR Plume. She's going to be nuts. I've never said that any hero is really a must pull, but this might be the first one. XD really wanted to increase that revenue this month. We have an SSR that has 129 base speed, highest in the game. Her skill 3 has a 3-turn cooldown that actually hits 3 times. Every single time it has a chance to remove a debuff, and every single hit has a chance to apply defense down and weakness. Weakness is a newer debuff that reduces damage dealt by those enemies by 25%. 3-turn cooldown, what does that mean? Well, revelation. Or you can build her that support route, because to be safe, you really want about 200% effect accuracy. Now her passive. Whenever any Animus uses a skill or triggers a passive, for every debuff that is inflicted to an enemy unit, there is a 100% chance to inflict Curse Quill. This is not for Plume, this is for her team. Curse Quill increases the damage they take by 6% and reduces their speed by 3, stacking up to 10 times, meaning 60% extra damage and speed of 30 down. Not only that, whenever an enemy unit takes a turn, all of Plume's allies, their turn meters increase by 8%. But finally, a hero that does this on the basic attack. And I wish this basic attack, I've talked about it before, was on Jason Bourne, because it would actually make him better. But her basic attack attacks all enemies with 100% chance to inflict Curse Quill. So think of this. There's really two ways to build her. You build her either a support, super fast, high accuracy build, stripping debuffs, applying defense down, applying weakness. Then all of your allies go inflicting debuffs, stacking Curse Quill, increasing the damage the enemies take, reducing their speed. If any of the enemies take an action, it'll increase your team's turn meter, probably helping your team cut the other team again. Maybe you put her on Bramble and she counterattacks, applying Curse Quill, or you put her on a fast damage Revelation build. I think Plume is just going to be nuts. I think she's going to be a must pick or a must ban in RTA. You'll probably see her on every AI arena defense too. Now the new SR hero, Miss Thickness, Hizuki Mari. She has AoE res down and she has AoE petrify, which is pretty much a stun. Her basic attack hits 2 times and has a chance to reduce the enemy's turn meter by 50%. But her passive is what's crazy unique. She brings an aura to the whole arena, to her allies and to the enemy. It increases all allies and enemies attack by 30%, but reducing healing effects by 30%. And with this aura, no one can apply an attack buff. Is she going to be the answer to all these healing, bruiser, sustain comps? She's an SR unit, so she's going to be maxed very quickly. Is the 30% really going to affect the healing meta, or will this bring on a shield meta? I mean, with Plume, you have another AoE buff dispeller. So does that mean Cleave is coming back? I think the only real meta we're going to see and stay is the crowd control meta, especially with a new shell, Sword 7, where enemies take 50% more damage on a controlled enemy. More stuff we're just gonna have to test and find out. That's it for today's video. Just wanted to give you a quick update on this new patch. I think both of these heroes are going to be used, but this new SSR Plume is going to be nasty. The first actual hero that will dispel all enemies and apply a defense down. Because right now, all metas have to use 2 units to do the same thing. Then you throw in Freya for like an attack buff and Nightmare. Nightmare will proc Curse Quill. Then you throw in Obel for AoE stun, which is a debuff. And then the damage over time debuffs from Obel. And then you throw in your damage dealer with Sword 7 Shell and AoE everyone down, bypassing Bloodbath. The meta change is going to be interesting. If you ended up liking this video, make sure to hit that sub button, hit the like button, and hit that bell so you know when I post a video. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.